I think that national service is a wonderful idea. I think that it would bring Americans together in a way that we need. I think the likelihood of it ever being legislated is remote. But I think that the fact that we've been fighting a war in the Middle East for the last 4.5 years, and the vast bulk of the American people have not been at all directly involved in it, is wrong. I think the fact that most of the young men and women who are in the United States Army today are people from the lower and the lower middle class. And the middle and upper middle class are essentially not affected by any stretch. I think there ought to be alternatives to military service, but it's a way of saying that we are a community. We all share our values together here, and we're committed to that. And it's a question which I think needs to be asked. What responsibility does a responsible citizen owe to the state? The ultra-liberal answer is none. The state's there to serve me. But I think the realistic answer is we all owe responsibilities. In the same way, within a family, we have responsibilities. So that national service for everybody, men and women, at some time between the ages of 18 and 24 for 2 years, I think would be an excellent idea. And one, as long as it's everybody, see, it's got to be everybody. It can't just be a small portion. And that you know it when you're 12 years old. You know that this is something you're supposed to do. I knew when I was growing up that I had to go into the military. That there wasn't going to be any, that was going to happen. And there's now 2 generations that have grown up not thinking that they have to do anything. I think that makes us a more indulged, narcissistic, inward place. And I think we could devise a national service program that was really exciting. I also think, and this is my final thought, there is a latent, unspoken craving for this inside the rising generation, and there has been for a while. That if you give them, they want to do this, if you give them that option, if you give them that sense of responsibility, you will see a flood of energy that's now repressed or suppressed and that is not playing an active role in our politics. And there is a generation out there that's ready to serve if you create the right opportunities for them. And otherwise, they drift off and they never vote. But I believe in them, and I believe we're failing them in not creating this option.